Gender is not allowed beyond this point. You heard it. That's what the sign says, okay? I don't make the rules. Someone printed the sign for a reason. Listen, if you're just doing a gender-neutral bathroom or something, why would you make it like this? Because this means if you're a man or a woman, you're not allowed to go here. If you have a gender, you're not allowed to go here. Have to be non-binary to use the bathroom or something. Why would you phrase it like this? Like, just do like the VC button, you know, or WC. You know, what are you doing? Hello BabyQueers and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing some NB memes because I feel like it's been way too long, somehow, since we've done this, so we have to do it. And I just remembered I have a non-binary flag, which has been sitting in my desk drawer for the past like 10 months, which is why it looks like it looks, because I did iron it out at some point, but it's just been folded way too long. So just deal with the wrinkly look, okay? We're not doing straight things on this channel, so our flags ain't straight either. Either way, you know the deal. Before we continue, y'all gotta get hydrated, so grab some water, or some tea, or whatever else you like to drink, and then we'll continue. Are you hydrated? Good. Let's go. Dear NB-phobes, I literally just put the text on the image. I searched Duolingo on the sub before posting, so hopefully this hasn't been done here yet. I know the was-were joke has been done before, but I don't remember seeing it with the Duolingo owl. You will learn how to use singular they, or I will make your pronouns was-were. Because Duolingo doesn't mess around. Duolingo is kind of, at this point, sort of famous for A, being kind of threatening, you know, and secondly for just throwing random queer people into their exercises and be like, oh yeah, this man is talking about his husband, this woman is fighting with her wife, but then they make up and fly on their honeymoon together anyways. If you know, you know. So literally it just hits different with the Duolingo owl somehow. This item is for men, but women can wear it too. What? This bow is from the women's department, so you'll look great. Please. Please stop. Animal Crossing isn't supposed to make me dysphoric. But literally, why are people obsessed with, like, gender roles? Like, listen, if you're a woman and you love wearing bows because they make you feel pretty and feminine and you like them, go wear the bow. But if you're a man and you like feeling pretty and bows make you feel pretty, also just wear the bow. So being like, well, this is technically for men, but if you're a woman, you can wear it too. It's fine, but it's still aggressively gendering the person you're talking to as a woman, obviously. But just being like, oh well, but it's from the women's department, so you look really good in it. Seems very passive-aggressive somehow. Okay, I have somehow a bunch of these comics. I don't know if there is technically an order we need to follow. We're just gonna start with this one. Oh, cool. The captioning company application has a section for pronouns. That's a good sign. Wait, what do I put? Okay, well, let's try some out. Oh, hi. Good to know I finally got a spider here. Let's start with familiar. He, him. Yeah, no, that definitely doesn't fit. So how does she, her feel? Better, but I still don't think it's for me. What about they, them? Yeah, that's the best so far. Or there's it, that, or neopronouns. The prankster me wants to be it, but I know it's not genuine for me. So I guess I'll go with they, them? What's your hesitation? Am I just picking it because I'm NB and that's kind of what's expected? I don't think so. You've always felt some connection to those pronouns. Remember how you switched to using them as your default for strangers? That's true. You could just fill in the box and see how it feels. Yeah, alright. Okay, name, pronouns, they, them. Oh yeah, that looks good. It feels right. See? Instant euphoria. Yeah, that's maybe a good sign. Because, yeah, sometimes being able to figure things out through gender dysphoria is like, it's kind of the obvious way, I guess, to figure things out, to be like, okay, no, this definitely does not feel right. But kind of having those moments of, oh, this just feels so much better, is kind of an approach that isn't talked about, really. Because I think I said before, like, even if you don't know what the end goal of your transition is, or, you know, like what pronouns or name you eventually want to use, doesn't mean you can't know that you're uncomfortable the way things are right now, and know that man and he, him, and this birth name doesn't feel right. But the same is also true, to just be like, instead of just running away from the dysphoria, which is fair, it's also very fair to run towards things that bring you gender euphoria. Alright, welcome to training, everyone. I'm Andrew, and I'll be guiding you through our sign-in process. The first thing we'll do is get everyone's picture over here by the front desk for your ID badges. Wait, pictures? Is that required? This is going to be your key through every door in the building, because so much sensitive information... Oh, crap, so it is mandatory. Oh well, what's one more discomfort? Oh my god, this picture is so much worse than a mirror. Now you'll be going to the second floor to do your actual training. I don't know if I can handle seeing this picture every day, but I can give you a quick tour on the main call floor on the way. So this is our call floor, look at all these little cubicles, and listen, look at all the pride flags. Or maybe it'll be alright. I'm really glad our ID cards at work don't actually have pictures. Because yeah, like typically on your first day, you will still look like very presentable on our ID, but if you're not sure, because if you're trans or non-binary and you're not really sure what you want to like present as or in what way you want to present, chances are how you're currently presenting is very like either typically masculine or typically feminine, because you kind of try to get by and you kind of try to suppress the gender dysphoria that way. But being like, well, I know I just have to try hard enough to be my assigned gender. It'll be fine. So chances are it kind of is gonna make you dysphoric. So I'm really glad our badges don't have pictures. But then again, the officers also don't have pride flags. So there's a downside, I guess. Then we have this other cute comic. This is actually a lot nicer than I feared. I don't even have to pay attention to my voice. And these cubicles are surprisingly private. I wonder if, hey, you going to Pride this year? It's next week, right? Yeah, by the downtown library. I don't know, it was pretty tame when I went last year. I guess I'm still used to California Pride stuff. Yeah, well, that's pretty typical for Salt Lake. Oh man, I've always wanted to go to San Francisco for it. You definitely should, it's super fun out there. The one there is almost like a street fair. I'll still probably go though. We don't really get much local community even with everyone working here. What days are you thinking? Oh, just Friday. It's my better day off. Cool. Maybe I'll see you there then. Pride. I wonder if I should go. Listen, even if you don't have a set identity, but you know you're queer, you can still go. Like, it's literally okay. Like, especially trans or non-binary identity is sometimes maybe a bit difficult to figure out. Especially non-binaries, because chances are maybe some days you're totally chill with being called a man. Or just kind of indifferent about your gender. Or maybe you're just good enough at ignoring it some days. Really, I'm not sure. But listen, you can still go to Pride. But I get it, like, my socially awkward ass could never just like walk up to these people like, hey, can I join you? I'm new here, but I'm queer. I would like to go too. My socially awkward ass could never. I'm literally not coming for you for sitting there and wondering. But maybe you have like other friends you can go with or something. So you don't have to like be awkward with your coworkers fasting at your new workplace, you know? Me. Liking stubble, but also wanting to look more androgynous. The struggle. I personally just sometimes have stubble because I'm literally too lazy to shave, but then again, T has done a lot, but beard growth is not really too much one of them. Like, I feel like if I were to grow it out, it would just look so patchy and shitty, and that's why I really don't want to. So we're not doing that. I also think I would probably look weird with a beard. But I guess, if you still want to look androgynous with stubble, you just have to find something that people will, like, recognize as feminine to maybe balance it out, right? Then again, you don't, obviously, like, you're not obligated to look androgynous, but if that's how you want to look, if that's what feels comfortable for you, then just balancing it out with something like, I don't know, like makeup. If you like doing makeup, or if you're good at doing makeup or whatever, balancing it out with like a prominent makeup look, not just like every day, something that's like really making it obvious you're wearing makeup, or like a dress or something, would probably do in balancing it out a bit. My preferred pronouns being they, them, theirs. Parents being subtly and unintentionally transphobic and constantly misgendering me. I mean, to be fair, if you're not out to them, they can only misgender you, because how are they supposed to know? But this feeling of not wanting to come out to people because they're just constantly saying things that just are so low-key but still kind of very aggressively transphobic is kind of a hard state to be in, really. It's kind of difficult because, especially with your family, you kind of want them to be accepting. Like, especially if you're like pretty young and still live at home, it would kind of be great if your family's accepting, right? Because that's the people you live with, that's the people you have to be around, you know? So great. I'm kind of hoping, because some people do actually like change their mind, because they're literally just ignorant because they never had to like deal with it or were never really confronted with it, so they're just ignorant. But then suddenly, if it's their own family, they might do some research. Like, even my dad, who's literally still he's literally kind of low-key hateful towards everyone, which kind of makes it a bit better. But anything that's different, whether that's like people who aren't from here, you know, like immigrants, or even people who weigh a bit more, he's literally coming for everything and everyone. Too many tattoos? No, coming for it. He literally told me when I had like 3 tattoos, and then I had like a henna tattoo on my arm because my friend was practicing on me. He was like, no, because you already have 3 tattoos. Like, that's already like enough, because if it's too colorful, that's straying too far from society. He's like very close-minded like that against everyone. I was like, oh my god, I saw lesbians in the grocery store. Like, so? Lesbians need to too? You know? Like, I don't know, he's making a big deal out of everything somehow. But even he did some research after I came out about like hormonal therapy and stuff. I don't know, like even he did. So maybe don't give up hope yet, I guess, but you know what's best for your safety and your circumstances, so, you know, still consider it carefully, I guess. Me, enjoying a piece of media, the desire to steal a character's name. My name now, my aesthetic now. I constantly just like wanna like steal people's outfits, whether that's like, especially because I'm into K-pop, and then like a new music video drops or performance stage or whatever drops, I'm just like, oh my god, I want to steal this outfit. Can I steal all of y'all's outfits? And hairdos. Names also kind of seems fair, but like especially like clothes aesthetics or like hairdos is the thing I usually want to steal. But go off, steal names constantly, I guess. Join the NB community. No. Join the NB meme community. I think I've joined all of them. And I literally went to the non-binary subreddit first, and I was like, oh, because there's a lot of like text posts or like selfies, and that's cool. Like, it's really nice to see, you know, because you'll just like see so many non-binary people who all present in their own way, which feels right to them, you know, which is really nice to see, really. But memes, cannot live without the memes, you know. How to be non-binary. What do you have to do? Nothing. Nada. Zip. So, nothing. Dye hair badly. I'm afraid if you're queer, you have to do it at least once. Yes. Why did you cross out the what everyone else has to do? But generally, remember your pronouns. Literally kind of have to do with everyone. Remember your new dumb name. Fair. I am awful at remembering names. It's literally not personal, and it probably doesn't help if you change your name, but it also probably doesn't make it that much worse, you know, because I'm just great with names, really. Mangle the grammar. Center your whatever. Oh, you crossed it out because it's kind of weird. Okay. Well, anyways, dyeing your hair badly is maybe part of it. Generally, if you're queer, dyeing your own hair or cutting your own hair is kind of expected, at least some of the time, you know? LGBTQ plus community versus alternative people. It was never a phase. I've also seen text posts lately of people being like, well, I'm trans and I only really got into this alternative community because it was kind of a way to explore my gender identity without there being so much stigma. Like if you're into like heavy metal or stuff, having long hair as a guy isn't that abnormal. So if you're maybe thinking, oh fuck, I might be a trans woman, getting into that kind of seems like a good way to try things out, you know? And just like posts like these, and it's really cute. And honestly, just generally, I know obviously as a queer person you don't have to, but it kind of seems like a thing that queer people generally are kind of drawn towards that. You know, would you still be non-binary if you were born the opposite of your assigned gender at birth? 1,000 times yes. That's kind of the thing. Like, that's kind of the point of not fitting into the binary, is neither one of the binary options seem right. Because otherwise, if you were assigned male at birth and just like, no, I'm not vibing with that, but then you recognize, oh wait, woman seems right. You could still just be trans, like binary trans, and be a trans woman, you know? But that's kind of not the point of non-binary. And literally, what is this hypothetical? Because I feel like it's never like supportive people ask us, like, just out of curiosity, like, would you still feel the same way about your gender identity if it's never like a supportive queer person who asks that. It's always to kind of try to find something to dismiss your identity, really. Achievement unlocked. Wait, achievement unlocked, getting misgendered in 2 languages. I feel like a lot of the time it's just gonna keep happening to me. I talked about this before. I'm very tall, and like especially now that my hair is kind of getting longer again, because it was quite short for a while and it was a little bit better. But I also don't like dress, or like I don't pay attention to dress super masculine or something. And I also probably have more hips and ass than most cis guys kind of do. And then I constantly get called she, her, or lady by people, like random people I meet outside, you know, in public. Or public bathrooms are always fun, because they will literally just look at me and be like, wait, am I in the right bathroom? Are you in the wrong bathroom? What is going on? Constantly. I've kind of gotten used to it, and it's honestly kind of hilarious. It used to be a lot scarier, at least, because, yeah, and that will honestly literally happen in any language. So, yeah, I mean, I speak like 2 and a bit language, so I will at least recognize in 2 languages if I am being misgendered. Great. Teachers getting you into groups, but none of your friends are in your class. Panic. Teacher sorts by boys and girls. Calm. Wait, I'm not binary. Panic. This always seemed weird. Like, back in school, I didn't know I was non-binary, okay? I did not know. I knew I didn't really vibe with my gender, But people were like, well, I don't know, you're kind of a lesbian, right? So it's kind of understandable that, you know, like a lot of lesbians are kind of... Trust me, I feel like someone who's literally a girl and a lesbian would not really mind all that much to be just put into a team with other women. I don't think they mind so much, but to me it always felt weird. So if you feel weird about it, I mean, generally sorting by gender seems kind of unnecessary because for why are we doing this, you know? But if it feels that weird to you, on like a personally frustrating level, then I might have some news for you. Me, wearing fake breasts to look more feminine. Also me, wearing a big jacket to actually hide my fake breasts. I mean, I guess you can still feel that you're wearing them. And that makes you feel better about yourself. Is that why you're doing this? Or is it just because then at some point you can just like take off the jacket and be like, hey, look at them. It's, what are you doing? Like, I'm not coming for it. Like, listen, if it feels comfortable for you and if it feels right to you to do this, then go off. From the outside, it does seem kind of pointless at first, though. People who aren't really into the whole having a gender identity, unite. What is this? Why does he look like this? He looks so concerned somehow. Like, he doesn't look like a supportive, hey, let's get into a fun group together. He looks like someone's threatening him, or he's just like really concerned about something. Why are we using this picture? But overall, I would agree, but this dude is throwing me. Gender be like... I mean, I did say earlier, like, if you like beard or stubble, having makeup to balance this out, but yeah, having your boobs show would also definitely work. I'll be honest. Okay, I don't know, if you've been here any amount of time, you know that I really like queer art, and this person made stickers. We have a non-binary sticker. Then we have a trans sticker, but they also have a bunch of orientations, so I'm just gonna include all the stickers they showed, because these are just really cute. Why do queer people love dragons so much? Literally just why, but we do, and these are just adorable. Like, if I saw someone selling these at Pride, I would literally have to get them. I'm sorry, but look at these. You just have to. But you don't look non-binary. Oh, sorry. Let me just... What does non-binary look like? Because I know people are kind of expecting perfectly androgynous, which A is kind of hard because people will perceive you differently. Like, listen, I've been misgendered and like I've been called he, him, and then she, her in the span of like 5 minutes. And let me tell you something, a lot of trans people probably will have experienced something like this. People will perceive your gender wildly different. So how do you expect someone to look perfectly androgynous for you? But then again, this is Beelzebub from Good Omens 2, by the way. Kind of seems fair. Kind of seems fair to do this, because yeah, they do actually seem very androgynous. Me, I feel gender dysphoria. I really want to buy a binder. Hey mom, can I buy a binder? Why? Are you trans or some shit like that? You don't need it because you have a small chest. Never again. And this is why sometimes you just order things to your friends' places or hope that your friends have supportive parents, so they'll order it for you and you just like give them the money. You know, and order it to their place so your parents don't freak out. Your mom will definitely still notice that your chest is suddenly flatter than it used to be, but she can't be super weird about it in that case. Starting to think I might be trans. I think about coming out. My friends and family are all transphobic. Wait, my friends and family are all transphobic? Make new friends and family by making a trans Discord server. Because if your biological family are absolute dipshits, get a chosen family. Just get a chosen family. I know that's kind of easier said than done, really. But chosen family is a very valuable option, really. Because, yeah, I mean, I'm in contact with my family. Like I said, my dad's just kind of weird, and honestly, yes, a lot of the time he's very frustrating for me to deal with. It kind of got better as I got older because I just learned not to take it personally, because he's literally just kind of hating on everyone, and yes, that is very annoying to deal with, but still, like, I'm kind of over it, so I can kind of be okay with it sometimes, you know, but listen, if your parents are worse, if they're like super transphobic or something, kind of cutting them out eventually seems like a fair choice. What's your gender? Envy? This is kind of cute. This is kind of cute. I'm kind of like, I like a more minimalistic kind of style, I guess, because I really like it when things look like clean and neat. So would I personally put this up in my apartment? Maybe not. But it's still very cute. Normal transition goals? No. Almighty genderless being beyond human comprehension. That seems right. That's what we're striving for. Nothing else. Honestly, if you don't strive to at least be a little bit confusing to people, then what are you really doing? You know? These are the communities you made time for. You found your people. r/D&D, r/nonbinary, r/D&D memes. Like I said, we need the memes, and I don't know how to tell you this. I have never actually played D&D. It seems kind of intriguing, but I also probably don't have the attention span for it. It's something that seems very intriguing, but it also seems too much energy for me. Maybe that's just because I'm constantly exhausted. But still, this seems fair. Like, D&D? Do straight people actually play D&D? Really? Are you a man or a woman? I'm a villain. But what gender are you? Evil? Yeah, but like, what's in your pants? Doom. You know, normal stuff. We always have just like normal stuff in our pants. You know? Like, I really kind of miss the trend of people just like pulling random stuff out of their pants, you know, like a giant plushie, or someone actually pull like a literal life python out of their pants, or just like non-binary flags and stuff like that. I kind of missed this trend. It was really funny. But the doom is also a very valid answer somehow. The 70-year-old gas station cashier calling me an assigned female at birth young man. Nice. My Gen X and millennial coworkers using feminine gender terms to refer to me despite me wearing men's clothes daily. This person literally said both aren't really correct, but one of them is definitely worse. Because yeah, gender roles, don't get me started on gender roles. And like, why are we going around like aggressively gendering everyone and everything? It's literally, I feel like it's a very non-binary rage to have, to just like be very against it. Like, even if you are referring to a woman, to just like aggressively gender everything still seems strange to me. And just like gender roles, I'm like, no, but of course you enjoy this thing. You're a woman. Why? Literally, I don't get it. I really don't get it. But I kind of get the gender euphoria almost of at least being called the different thing, because I guess you're very used to like if you're assigned female at birth, you're very used to people being like, oh, young lady, girly, you know, you're very kind of used to those terms. So getting called the opposite, even though it doesn't really feel correct, will still feel a hell of a lot better. That just seems fair. Anyways, that was all the memes. I rarely do videos that feel this relaxing somehow, although the queer memes ones usually are very relaxing if we don't get mad at the like homophobes and transphobes and stuff. But still, this was very relaxed. I hope you're hydrated. I hope you enjoyed the memes. Maybe you feel a little bit called out. Like, I don't really feel called out somehow, because, well, I know I'm non-binary. It doesn't really, like, call me out anymore. You know? But anyways, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back in a few days with my next video.